to begin with, he is perfectly disposable because he's not even a character. He's just a body with a mouth.
The other possibility is, like you were saying, Boruto staying in the village. So Shikamaru shenanigans, everyone just vouches for him. That's fine. The interesting aspect here is the fact that Boruto and Kawaki are forced to be in the village together and, to some extent, not fight. So that's a really interesting dynamic they could play with there. I would love to see that,
because
actually.
If Kawaki fights Boruto like publicly at that point, it will kind of make Kawaki look bad, because not because Boruto's the nice guy, but because it's like, bro, now we can't beat the Shinju because of your stupidity type of thing.
Yeah.
So Kawaki would need to give them a reason. That's why I think like I still get that feeling like they're gonna have Kawaki freaking release Mawashiki or some shit, because he needs to make them think Boruto is a problem.
It's a so this Boruto and Kawaki dynamic, almost like Light and L, cat and mouse game in a weird way. It has such good tension.
Yeah.
This is the exact thing we were saying we wish they would have done instead of the time skip with Sarada and Kawaki. Post Omnipotence, yeah. We should have got something like that. We should get something like this now. Think it could work.
And they have the opportunity.
Yeah.
But that only works if Boruto stays in the village. Otherwise, if they just leave, that's another thing. I feel like Boruto should stay in the village, just because if they leave, well, that's interesting. It just kind of removes Kawaki from the story for the most part. Like, Kawaki's only thing is really going after Boruto. If he stays in the village, like, what are we going to do with Kawaki's story? Just see him talking to villagers, and maybe he tries to rally him up, and then nobody agrees with him.
We wouldn't see that.
Okay, but then what? Then he's just going to leave, I feel like.
There was a reason we didn't see the past 3 years of Kawaki's story on screen. Without Boruto there is no story. Kawaki doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
No change.
So,
nothing to show. If this is the case, I think they have to leave Konohamaru alive so that they can do the aspect with Konohamaru that we were talking about of the thing with Matsuri. If you kill Moegi, what happens? And then Konohamaru can be there for that, and Kawaki goes crazy or something. I don't know, they can do something there. I feel like they would need Konohamaru for that. So I feel like that's the route they would go if they kept Boruto in the village.
That would be interesting too. That's something they could do, honestly, even if Boruto leaves, though. They could just have that. That's something for Kawaki to do, I guess. Like, kill. But then I feel like they need to see Matsuri first to put 2 and 2 together. Because right now, nobody but Boruto, I guess Sarada, but if they all leave, that nobody knows how the Shinju thing works. So even if they see the Moegi tree, they don't know there's a Matsuri out there until they see Matsuri. So they need to see Matsuri before Kawaki makes that decision.
Yeah. The thing is, I want Sarada and Himawari to be fully on Boruto's side to make the decision to leave themselves. Because, hypothetically, right now, Boruto could flying Raijing them away. It doesn't matter if they want to be in the village or not. Boruto can force them to stay out of the village if he wants. And
I don't think he will, though.
Even if Boruto explains he's putting them under Boruto Protection Program, he's doing the Boruto CIA service for them, they would understand that for their own safety, but they wouldn't be fully on board. I want it to be where if Boruto told them to stay in the village, they would go with Boruto anyways.
I think that's what will happen. I think in character, Boruto will not try to bring them with him. In fact, he may even push against it and say it's a bad idea, but they will insist. Or even if it's about Boruto staying, Boruto won't want to stay, but they will insist that he stays.
I don't know if he will do that, because the situation has changed because of the Shinju. So we have to operate under a new Boruto, essentially. I mean, because he was fine with that originally with just code.
So this is a side tangent. But about the whole idea of Boruto's goal being to protect him from the Shinju, Bro didn't even want to talk to Shikamaru at first. He didn't want to be like, hey, just the moment Shikamaru called, hey, just so you know, there's some Shinju coming, be warned. No, Bro is trying to avoid talking to Shikamaru. Bro's being a dick to him at first. So I don't know if Boruto really, like, what I don't know. Like,
This is before Boruto realized the Shinju had I think that's everything.
but
of
anyway,
that.
yeah. The moral of the story is, I do think they should play with the idea of Boruto needing to stick by Himawari and Sarada. It's just a matter of, are they going to go with him elsewhere, or are they going to have Boruto be in the village?
Yeah. Because it's like you said, the Shinju have claw grinds. They can just get to them pretty quickly if Boruto's not around. And it's almost like a waste for Boruto, because it takes time for Boruto to get the news that they're around, and then it takes chakra for him to use Flying Raijin.
Yeah. So strategically, like, I could see Shikamaru being like one of the first people, even actually, to be like, I think we need to have them stick with Boruto, like, because he's the only one who can stand a chance against them, or something like that.
And then you go the emotional, human, selfish route. These are people Boruto cares about more than anyone in the world right now. If you were Boruto, you wouldn't let these two out of your sight, knowing the enemy is targeting them specifically.
Yeah, because before he didn't know about the targets,
Exactly. I think
even
that
though it seems
changed
like
the
he knew
game.
about Sarada, but we're gonna ignore that for now.
Again, I'm fine with the Sarada thing because of the 3 reasons I listed earlier, that he just has the reasons to care deeply about Sarada in particular. But yeah.
Yeah, but like, I can understand Kashi and Koji just respecting Boruto's wishes, but it's just like, oh, yeah, Kashi and Koji don't care. Like, why is Koji really looking over Sarada?